Hello and welcome, fellow gamers. My name is Borek and this is another episode of Stranded Deep, and we are still marooned. There is no airplane coming to get us. I haven't seen any boats whatsoever that could help us. But today there was an awesome update. Well, maybe not that awesome, but Stranded Deep has finally reached the point where guys decided to give it a go with another update after a month or so of not doing anything. Well, anyways, 0.15 update has finally came out today. And what is new? Well, there are some bug fixes and changes. But first of all, and most and foremost, is that there are new models and new tools. New models for tools and new tools itself. So if we go in our crafting inventory, now you can find refined knife, which is cool, and you can have basic knife, I believe, as well. You can have a crude axe and refined axe. And what else is new? Crude spear and fishing spear, and then refined spear, which is really awesome. As you can see, a refined spear is useful for hunting crabs and provides good self-defense from ocean predators. I think they mean sharks. And the refined spear does the highest damage of all spears when thrown as a projectile, but cannot be used to catch fish. Because now, to catch fish, you need fishing spear, which actually sucks because your inventory is quite limited, and yeah, that kind of sucks. But anyway, as you can see, a fishing spear is useful for hunting fish more easily than a traditional single tipped spear. The fishing spears does very low damage when thrown as projectile, but is more suitable to close range spear fishing. What else do we have new? Speargun. Sweet baby Jesus, this is something cool. We have air tank. Unfortunately, I don't have any duct tape with me, so we're not going to be making that today. A makeshift projectile based weapon that fires specially crafted arrows at high velocity with good accuracy. The speargun requires special speargun arrows, and to do those we need just a stick and a lashing, a special arrow used for a speargun, which is really cool and fantastic. And down here below there is nothing new, so there are basically new tools in this game, and we will be crafting some of those in today's episode. As you can see, I have got some stuff, some rocks, some sticks, some lashings, and some coconuts for testing. And actually I have killed a bat. Well, the bat was hanging from a tree right around here, and I got my knife and I stabbed him, and that's it. And I killed him. Well, actually we could, let's not spoil the meat. So let's have a quick look, because this is a new refined axe, which looks really awesome. So let's see, what do we need to make that refined axe. The refined axe is better cutting tool with good durability. A refined axe is useful for more intensive chopping duties like chopping trees, but we need crude axe for that. Fortunately, all the old weapons were upgraded to refined weapons, which is really cool, and I think that's a good idea. And the crude axe, so you need only stone tool, 2 stone tools to make that crude axe, and we will do it in just a second. Crude axe is basic cutting tool with poor durability. A crude axe is useful for Crude axe is basic cutting tool with poor durability. Okay, crude axe is useful for more intensive chopping trees. Refined axe is useful for more intensive chopping trees. Okay, don't ask me. The new stone tool, a basic tool, so we have a new model for it. If you say that's new, that's fine by me. So let's make 2, because we want to make cool. Let's actually make some more. I wish we could do just clicking multiple times that you could do it. Crafting, crude axe, yes. So we want to do that. We have shitloads of lashing. Oh, that actually looks quite interesting. Yeah, it sure does look more crude. I'm gonna drop it over here. I'm gonna drop the refined. We have 4 refined axes? What the fuck did I get 4 refined axes? This is something wrong and fishy going on over here. I'm not gonna need 4 because they just take space. But we got 4. Okay, fair enough. Oh yeah, I know. I think these refined axes were just metal axes that I have found on the boats over there, over at that island. That's a lame. Fortunately, we still have our machete. And we have refined knife that is almost broken, as you can see, 3% of the durability. And the crude and the spear that we had is actually crude. Now it looks like just a sharpened stick. So let's see what we can do. What do we need? To make a crude spear, you all you need to do is have 1 stick. But to make refined spear, we need stone tool, crude spear, and a lashing. So let's craft 1. And now this one looks like a proper spear that we had earlier in the game. Sweet, so that's good. Ha. That's great. Okay, so I'm gonna drop it over here. We can make ourselves a lovely crude spear as well, just for the sake of testing. Sweet. So we will have a bunch of tools in our inventory at this point. So let's go over here to see them better. Different types of tools. Crude axe, spear, and now this lovely refined spear. You can go over here. Now the stone tool, the new model. Unfortunately, as I said, I cannot make air tank, as you can see, I have found a shitloads of stuff on this island as well, which is really cool. And this is gonna be our refined knife, and now we can make a shitty knife. I think, can we? Or okay, so the refined knife is made out of, yeah, so you don't have crappy crude knife, so we're not gonna do that. But let's make a fishing spear. Stick and lashing. Okay, cool. So it is supposed to be good for fishing. So let's go and find some fishes. Something fishy is going on here. Oh, I got some. Sardine. Nice, look at that. I don't know if that's better or not, if it's more effective or not, but let's not drown, that would be bad. So we have another set of tools, another tool, another model. I don't know why making 5 models took them like a month or so, but okay, fair enough. I'm not the developer, I just play the game. Food, sweet. How are we actually doing? Because when I woke up, when I load the game, something fishy went up. Because I got an information that I think I broke something and my health decreased. So what the fuck? On that note, if I have something broken, I have a morphine that can be used to treat broken bones. So I think I will just use it for funsies. And let's see if the health goes up. No, it didn't. So that sucks. I don't know how can I increase my health, and that's a big of a problem at this stage. Okay, that's empty. We don't have any water over here, and I haven't found any buckets, so that's a big problem for us at this point. Okay, so let's continue our lovely adventure. So we can make a spear stick. We don't have a stick. Well, actually, we don't need to have a stick. Let's get one of those lovely axes that we had on us, and we can actually make the stick. We will do some testing with those axes to compare them, how long they take. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits with good spear and a good axe. Was that 7? Okay, so let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 10 hits. That's cool. That's cool. That's good to know. And what about those guys? 1, 2, 3. Okay, and the good one, refined, 1, 2. Okay, so as you can see, they are much better. Well, I don't know if that's much better, but they are the refined tools are better, which is good. That's good to know that we have this option. But I also wanted to make this arrow for a spear gun. Sweet. So this is going to be our lovely arrow for a spear gun. Okay, that's quite long for a spear. Well, maybe if you consider it as just as a arrow of some sort, maybe that's not that big. So that's cool. That's the new update. Unfortunately, I broke something, so that's kind of a big deal at this point. But I guess maybe just some drinks, maybe something will be added soon before I die, because I'm constantly losing health and I'm not getting any back, even if I sleep, even if I'm well fed. Oh, look at that! I regained 1 bar. So apparently I am healing up, so that's cool. So this is new set of tools available with the update 0.15, which is really awesome. Let's pick this up, let's eat it, and actually, well, let me just drop that food over here, because we're not gonna cook it anyway. We have shitloads of coconuts, and probably just some stuff that we actually need to take back home. Fortunately, 1 slot, well, 2 slots are free now, because we don't actually need we don't actually have that morphine with us, or those good axes, because they were substituted by the refined axes, and apparently we don't have a knife anymore, but we can make it on the way as well, so no biggie. Let me just take it. Well, now we don't need it. Let's take that refined spear. We have a refined axe and a fishing spear. Well, actually, we won't be needing fishing spear. So on that note, I think we can sail out with our lovely boat. Do we need to drink something? No, we don't. So that's good. I don't know if traveling on water maybe decreases our well, not increasing our health. That might be a thing, but I'm not quite certain of that. And there's a shitloads of tarp over here as well. We might actually grab it, because I think at this point we need to go back home and put the stuff back at our lovely stash. I think that would be really nice. Maybe let's not run around with tarp or scrap close to our vision. And to be honest, this island is really nice, although it doesn't have too many wrecks. I have seen 2 boars, I think, somewhere close by, which is really nice, and some driftwood logs as well. Shitloads of coconuts, as you can see. Apparently this is a coconut heaven. And that is good, because, as I said, I haven't found any bucket, and the bucket would be really nice and fancy. As you can see, here's one bacon, and you saw a shitloads of fish in the seas. as well in the close vicinity. So this is really nice. Where do I need to go? I think that's the island where we need to go. Yep. Well, this is not gonna be the island that we need to go, but this is one of the islands that we could just go to. Right, so on that note, let's take our lovely vessel. It's getting kind of a big vessel. Actually, I could make some proper floors for it now that I have enough plank. And maybe eventually I would like to add a few more barrels if we find some. Although adding stuff to our raft doesn't improve its maneuverability, so that sucks a bit. Now I'm underneath it. Hello? Can I please? Yes, thank you. And now let's start the motor. And we're off. It is still fast as hell, as you can see. But turning wise, it's getting worse and worse. I think we could use some rudder of some sort. That would be nice, but at least I'm feeling a bit safe on it. Now that we have 4 bases made out of barrels, which is really, really nice. And I think we can actually find a few more over there inside those racks. Unfortunately, well, I think we should just head home for now and recuperate. So as you can see, loads of stuff to get. I think we have left some over here, some stuff like duct tapes, and we will need duct tapes. I do have some duct tapes back at home, so probably in the next episode we will just make that spear gun and test it out. Probably on birds and bats. I don't know if that's the direction I want to go, but there's an island, so we might actually go there and check it out. And apparently with the latest update, the loading times for islands has been decreased, which is really good news. At least I think so. And because sometimes you just got this big and huge lag. Yep, it's much faster now. So this is really awesome and cool. And I'm quite happy about it, because sometimes we were just like stuck and went off the boat. And it was really, really ridiculous. I don't think that's the island that we are staying on, but I think that is our starting island, to be honest. The first one just in the middle, right in the middle, where we had some stuff. Some buoys as well that we haven't used. Well, we can now... oh shit. We can actually pick them up because we had some buoys back at home, and we could actually make some really nice addition to our lovely raft. And look at the helmsman Borek. Yes. Buoy balls. So I will take them with me because I can put them in my inventory, which is really great and awesome, and I love it. And actually, I think we have 5. Last time we have... oh shit. Last time we found only 4, and we were not able to make any use of 4. But now we have 5. Come on, can I go in? Let me just double check if there's gonna be anything interesting. Close this off, close this, and now open. Double doors, okay, fair enough. And we have found another jerry can. Okay, so I guess every single container that has been opened has been reset. So you may want to go and try and find more loot in the places that you have already visited. What's this? Nope, nothing. Okay, so let's hop on this bad boy. Somehow. It's getting a bit ridiculous. But, well, we're on, and that's what matters. Right, I think we need to go this direction. Because somewhere over there should be an island where we want to stay on. And I hope I will find it. Although it's getting dark, so that might be an island that we are looking for. I don't know, we will see in just a moment. Maybe that's our island. It looks kind of big, unfortunately it's getting dark. But anyways, oh, 2 shipwrecks, one over here and one over there. At least some interesting POIs, and this one as well. Let's not destroy our ship. Is that our island? I don't know. We'll soon find out. Probably not. But there's some food, which is always good. So okay guys, that's gonna be it for today's episode. Now I need to find our lovely place where we have stayed. I don't see any goodies over here, any shelters. The snake! Can we get it somehow? Nope. Aha! Sweet! Because I have seen some guys had trouble with snakes. Night snake. And apparently you can kill them with a spear, which is really, really awesome. Ha 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 ha. Or I'm just a badass. Okay, I don't have a knife to deal with this guy, but anyway, that's cool. That's good to know. So, on that note, oh look at that, our health is almost full. Oh, finally. Finally, now it's getting better and better. Okay guys, I think I'm gonna wrap up this episode at this point. I will make myself a shelter over here on this island. And yeah, you know the drill. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button in the section down below, comment about the gameplay. And I hope that I will see you around in the next episode where we will continue our lovely adventure. So till then, take it easy, have fun, happy gaming, see you later, bye bye. Oh, and there's a shitloads of bats over there.